I do not know how you think. I don't know how you comprehend. I don't know how you understand. I want to. I really want to get where you're coming from. I say this all for a point. Whenever you communicate, I'm really big on communication. Make sure that you are understood and that you understand the message that's being presented to you. I know a lot of people lack patience. I can be extremely impatient. What I will do is take as much time as is necessary for you to understand that I understood what you said and for me to make sure that I understand you. The problems I run into in dealing with people is through lack of patience. Someone may think that they are communicating clearly. In my opinion, they are not. Then they're frustrated because they will say, everybody else gets it. I will say in response that a lot of people are quick to assume. I just like clarity. I can assume something. However, I want to make sure that I comprehend clearly and not have problems later that can arise when you think you understand exactly what someone is saying, when in all actuality, you don't. People use words all the time that I don't understand. I'm going to look them up. I'm going to ask you what you mean by that instead of just responding to what I think what you said when that may not have been what you've meant. I stress it a lot because I believe that is the biggest impediment to people having peace in their life is their ability to communicate clearly and with understanding. First, I have to understand what you're saying, and it must be clear to me. Just because it's clear to you doesn't mean it's clear to me. I stress this a lot. I just don't think people really comprehend it because they are caught up in who they are, and you think the you that you are is correct. I've had conversations with people where I think that I'm being simple, and to someone else, I'm being complex. I must take what they say to make sure that even if I think I'm being simple, that I'm much more simple for them because they don't get what I'm saying. You will interact with people who will never comprehend anything that you say. They won't even get it. And that can come from your point or it can come from their point. All that you can focus on is you. You have to make sure that you are being understood and you have to make sure that you totally understand. I always say that too many people assume things. I don't like to do that. When you assume things, but you don't express exactly what you're looking for, then it becomes a problem. My problem is I'm not a good, I can follow, but I don't follow blindly. I want to understand what I'm doing. I don't just follow your lead because you say so. It has to make sense to me. It has to be logical. Someone may say, come ride with me. And if I have something to do, I'm like, well, how long are we going? How long is your trip going to take? So if I have something to do in 2 hours and you're going to take an hour and 40 minutes, I don't want to go with you. And if I do go with you, I'm still not going to trust you. And if you don't keep your time schedule to me, I will not deal with you again because not that I've trusted you in the first place, but you've proven that you're untrustworthy. I don't trust people in general. However, I'm very optimistic. I'm hoping for the best. I just don't believe most people will keep their word. I'm a person, at least I try to, say what I mean and mean what I say. And if what you are talking about is not advantageous for me in my life, I don't want to do it. My advice, and this was the whole point of what I'm talking about, is have patience, which I lack. Hypocrisy at its finest. Have patience and make sure whenever you communicate, you are being understood and make sure that you understand. I think a lot of people's weakness is other than patience, it's frustration from interactions that they don't want to engage in. I know I can't control anyone else. to some people, I may be strange. Uh, People outside of me, when I listen to them, their thought process, their idiosyncrasies, it's weird. I see people who do things to them it's natural. To me, I'm like, well, if you have a choice, can you control it? Like, say somebody's walking down the street and they start slapping themselves in the face. I may find that weird, and like I'm looking at it, and I'm like, why are you slapping yourself in the face all the time? To them, they're not thinking of it because it feels good to them. That's what they like to do. And then I would probably say, can you stop it? Not that you have to stop it, because you can do whatever you want to do. If you want to slap yourself in the face 50,000 times, that's on you. I don't like to see it. I just try to understand why you want to slap yourself in the face. They enjoy it so much, and maybe nobody's ever said anything to them, so they don't even know that what they're doing can be, to another person, weird, annoying, frustrating. I don't get it. It's like, for instance, I'm going off on a tangent. I don't like a lot of noise. I like silence. Some people have to have the TV set on or noise in the background to sleep or to think. I don't even want to talk over noise. So it's very weird for me, um, in conversation to have, like, it can be subtle music, but I can't. I don't really like to talk over loud music. It kind of interferes with. Uh, I don't want to say my cognitive abilities. No, that's not that. It it becomes distracting because I think about him. Are you really hearing me? It's like, I don't want to say, did you hear what I said? All the time. I will always ask people when I communicate with them, do you understand what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Because I want clarity. I just don't do it if I have no one to talk to. And for some people, it can be a habit. For me, it's not a habit. My thing, as what I'm saying now, is clarity. And if you do things that I think are weird, if I start to notice it, I may ask you, why do you do that? I have friends, to me, they may not think that they're weird, but if they pay attention, like, normalcy is what most people do. If you're not around a lot of people, all you know is you. So everything you do is normal. But if I put you in a room with 20 people and you're the person, everybody else is going left and you're going right, people going left, like, that's kind of weird. So I know I can be weird. I ask questions that people think about but have been taught not to say. I'm going to say it anyway because it's on my brain. I want to know. I do understand being appropriate. I still will ask questions unless I know it's going to offend people. So I will be cautious when I go into new environments. The things that I think, I may suck it in. I may not give it to you. If I know that you're free to talk, then maybe I'll trickle it out because I like interesting, engaging conversations. I'm never going to tell you that you're wrong. I don't have to agree with what you do. I don't even have to like what you do. I'm just not the one to tell you you're wrong for doing it because I don't know why you're doing it. I'm doing what I'm doing. Why are you doing what you're doing is usually how I think about things. Anyway, I've done a lot of talking. I believe that, this is my advice, control your frustrations when you talk to individuals and make sure that you understand and that you're being understood. If you don't want to, if you want to stay in your worldview and I don't care, I'm going to do me, well, do you then. Who am I to tell you anything? I'm doing it though. My advice is just make sure people understand you. I don't assume anything. I really try my best not to. I can make assumptions. I try to stop that and I try to ask people, why? Why are you doing that? That seems different. Can you tell me why you're doing it so I have a better understanding? You don't owe me an explanation. You can say, I don't want to tell you. None of your business. Or I never thought about it. I'm good with that. I just want to understand why you like slapping yourself in the face. Does it really feel that good? You don't think it's... Have you ever seen somebody go like this, like they, like it's Tourette's or they twitching, or and you be like, that's strange, or somebody that cough all the time? So, it is what it is. Maybe I'd have idiosyncrasies that people won't tell me about. It would never bother me if they did. If you don't like something I do, tell me. Charles, why you blink so much? Charles, why you slurp so much? Something, tell me. I wouldn't. Not going to offend me anyway. I don't really get hurt by words. Not really. I mean, I don't like people yelling at me. That bothers me. I can remove myself from those circumstances. And if I was in a situation where I couldn't remove myself, I know I have enough self-discipline to not uh, lose my composure. And I'm not saying that I can't lose composure. I'm just really good at thinking about it and saying, okay, Charles, you're tripping. Relax. I take a deep breath. and then I let it go. That's just what I do. Deep breath, squeeze your muscles or something, and let it go. I've done a lot of talking, and I'm not talking to anybody except myself, looking at me like I think I'm extremely entertaining. Maybe you don't, but it's all good. It's all giggles to me. Giggles. All right. Have a great one. None.